Hey, sweeties, how are you doing? Welcome to Naya Same. Thank you so much for all the love and support. This is to let you all know that bullying and harassment of any type is not allowed. And this video is trying to create awareness and let people know what is going on all over the world. So you remember that I brought a video like this sometime, the Russian woman who told her story with when she was a kid, 13, when she was 13 years, and her experience in school, right? So a lot of people were like, which school were you? Did you school in Russia or in America, right? Now, the truth is that it looks like, all these Black conservatives work with some right deceased women, because for me to check her video to find out that she was tagging this particular Black man, and the Black man decided to come for a Black man who also stitched the video, calling him a small boy, and ended up calling him a migrant. I love the fact that DJ Soul, he is Haitian American, right? I love the fact that DJ Soul is a migrant, right? But he is protecting his own community. But the main man, I think he is born like American also, right? Cannot or could not even defend his own community. And he has the guts to come out to call somebody a migrant. Now, there is something that is important to all those people that are married to white women. I just don't understand their behavior. But you know what? Let's get into this.
Racist Black people. I'm going to hold your hand when I say this, and I hope you'll listen and listen very carefully.
Now, this is the part in the video where I would normally string together a series of adjectives, throw in a couple of caucasoids, and end up with snow roach. But I digress today because Country Club Mom covered it all when she said unhinged. Now, you're probably wondering, how did we get here? Let's take a look.
A racist encounter or experience that you had that you'll never forget?
I'm walking to a bus stop. It's 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon maybe. And from the corner of my eye, I see this group of Black people. I don't say anything. They don't say anything to me. I keep walking. Before I know it, I hear them. Like, I can hear them laugh and say things. I don't know what they're saying. I keep walking to the bus stop. Out of nowhere, they start throwing things at me.
And there you have it. We got here because of caucasity. The caucasity of centering themselves in problems that they created that they somehow must also be victims of. See, the caucasoid mom there decided to share a story with us that must be racist because she was beat up by a group of children when she was 13.
Before I knew it, they surrounded me. 2 of them grabbed my hands. They were holding my hands, and I don't even remember where it came from. And I got hit. That was not the only time they hit me. They kept hitting me and hitting me and hitting me. And all I remember was holding my face down and telling them, don't touch my face. They're saying something about my pretty white face. So I kept my head down. It was bad. I got really scared when one of the guys pulled out a knife. He pushed it against my neck, and he was just threatening me. He was very, very intimidating, and I couldn't do anything. That was my experience with racism.
So that was her experience with racism, right? Some random group of Black people that were watching her walk to a bus stop that I'm sure if she was walking to the bus stop, she must have frequented on a regular basis, decides to randomly attack her. This is not gerrymandering. This is not the use of a system of power to oppress in a manner that intimidates others. No, none of that. She says her experience with racism is rooted in the fact that she got beat up. And I'm sure the way she started the first video, she didn't have that mouth then, right? So she couldn't have said anything to spark this. Of course not. And then I'm gonna come back to that. Listen to this part of the video.
So if you tell me Black people cannot be racist to white people, think again. You know what's worse about this whole story? And I was 13 years old. I was a child. And this group of Black people that attacked me, they could not have been older than 16. This is learned behavior.
And rightfully so, people called cap, because random white girl walking to a bus stop that I'm sure she frequents on a regular basis is attacked by random group of Black teens with a knife and they don't damage your pretty white face because you asked them to. And also, you didn't reference a police report or a national news story. And that is how we got to the Dear Racist Black People video.
It's not white people tears. It is definitely not white victimhood. It is also not white fragility. You know what it is? It is white experiences, something that you don't want to listen to. So I'm going to make you listen to it. And if you don't want to listen to me, then listen to everyone else. I shared my experience. Nowhere in my video did I insult anyone, attack anyone, or offend anyone. And the first thing that you do, and by you, I mean racist black people, the first thing you do, you call me a liar, you demand proof, and you call me so many other things that I cannot even mention in this video. But you know what's worse? So many people shared their experiences, and not just the white people. And
it's interesting that she mentioned white fragility when I don't even have to go past the introduction to get to what she just did. I began to see what I think of as pillars of whiteness, the unexamined beliefs that prop up our racial responses. I could see the power of the belief that only bad people were racist, as well as how individualism allowed white people to exempt themselves from the forces of socialization. She's pointing out the socialization of others without acknowledging the socialization of her own disingenuous nature.
Please touch my video and share your experience with racism, specifically with black people. Because they're telling me my experience never happened and I made it up. They can try and silence me, but they can't silence all of us because it does happen. Racist black people can be extremely racist toward white people. There's no denying.
So there you have it. This, Bella, you all right? Oh. Yeah, Bella, that's my dog. She's female. But she wants you to share your experience, white people, with racism. So I take up that challenge. I would like for you to share your experiences collectively with racism that has involved you ever suffering at the hands of the Institute of Racism in this country. Yes, share with us your experiencing with gerrymandering that carves out these pretzel-shaped districts that disenfranchise black voters simply because of the color of their skin. Share with us the laws that were enacted by this country that legally engaged in segregation and adversely affected us then and still do to this day. Share with us your experiencing with redlining or hell, any banking policies that were specifically based on the fallout of redlining the black community and limiting its access to resources and then complaining that we don't have the resources to secure loans, even to this day. Share with me your experiences historically of organizations of black people that specifically came together to lynch your relatives simply because they were white. And then to make sure you took pictures of this and sent them around the country as legally traded postcards. And of course, share with us that story of how you didn't get a job because of the color of your skin, especially in the face of affirmative action that was meant to level the playing field has most benefited white women. And be sure to share with us your racial experiences in the medical field, racial disparities that lead to black women being 4 times more likely to die in childbirth than their white counterparts because of the institutional treatment of black people by the institution of medicine in this country. A system that for years taught doctors that black people felt and experienced pain differently simply because of the color of our skin. And of course, share with us the racism you have experienced in the criminal justice system that evolved from slave catching patrols and transformed it into the system we see today that still disparages black people in the treatment of sentencing on an obvious basis. Even today. Share with us your 60% exoneration rate because of the fact that this system is so racially motivated to punish black and brown people. So yes, go ahead. stitch this video, please, and share the racist experiences you all have labored under in a system of racism that your ancestors created. Share those collective experiences with me. Please do. And notice not once did I talk about being called a bad name or anything that I cannot collectively prove or back up with facts. Now, y'all have the day you deserve.
Dear racist black people, I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this.
No, white woman, I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this.
Dear black boy, no you're not.
There's no way in hell any black person can be racist towards a white person in America.
Did you not see the beginning of this video where you started out with dear white woman? You could have said dear woman. You could have said, hey, dear person. You could have said anything. So just like I called you a boy because you're a boy, you know, you are a boy. You do know that, right? Maybe you don't know that. You're a boy and you think that you can get off this shit about black people can't be racist. Yes, the fuck they can. Yes, the fuck you are. And you just need to just accept it. I don't know why you don't even just lean into it. That's your whole platform. Being racist, being a victim.
And here is why. You guys make up over 60% of the population in this country. Black people only make up 13 or 14% of this population in this country.
Yet they make up 50% of violent crimes. What is your fucking point? Like, why do you feel like this is the hill you need to? When did you find yourself better served if you like went in the community and did anything? But my guess, people like you can't go in the community and do shit.
This country was literally built for people that look like you for free.
For free? The patriots of this country fought, won wars. Nothing was free. Many lives were lost. See, you're used to handouts. You're a beggar. And when I say beggar, I don't mean beggar.
By people like us. And this land was stolen from people that were indigenous.
Nah, they definitely weren't like you.
They were stolen by your people. People that look like you.
Yo, I don't think you... she's not from America. She immigrated here. So it can't be her people.
You guys have reigned terror and dominated this country for the better part of 3 centuries.
The fuck is he talking about? Dominated? You dominated for 3 centuries. Like, boy, shut up.
Can't nobody in this country be racist towards y'all. Y'all not
Wrong and big wrong.
a minority. You guys are the majority. Your literal forefathers are our freaking oppressors, man.
It's almost if they don't know the percentage of white folks that actually had slaves during slavery. It's almost like he's never read a book before. Low. Yeah, TikTok guidelines.
Not the other way around. You guys never had to walk around and go to a diner that said colored only.
Dog, neither have you.
You never had to drink from the wrong water fountain and get prosecuted for it. You never had
Neither have you. It's weird.
to sit behind a damn bus. Your forefathers never had to go through that.
Yet every day I get on this app and y'all are asking for black spaces and black all this stuff. Like, yo, y'all want segregation, yet you come on here and claim about old days of segregation. You can't make up your mind, huh? But then again, you're the #1 Dan on this app. Skedaddle.
White woman, I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this.
Dear black boy, no you're not.
In this video, you called me a racist, a beggar, or this or that. I'd rather be called a beggar on TikTok than to be a black man begging for white validation on TikTok. I got 1 million followers on this app going against the grain. I never had to kiss up to one white person ever to get where I'm at. Sure, you got the stainless steel stove with the stainless steel fridge. You got all this money. You married a white woman. Your life is great. That's awesome for you, brother. but at least I still have my pride. Something you know nothing about. And clearly you don't know definitions. Intellectually, you can't touch me. Intellectually, you can't see me. Intellectually, you're not effing with me. Your entire video is based off hoopla and white validation, and that's it. If me and you were to do a one-on-one debate, I would destroy you. I would annihilate you. There's nothing much more to say to you, bro. You want to call people little boys and this, that, and the third, brother. Whatever, man. Whatever, man. Like, you have to kiss up to white people. That is your lifeline. That is your lifeline. And at least me as a black man, at least I get to wake up every morning knowing I ain't never had to sit here and get on my knees for massa. At least that's one thing I can say about myself every time I wake up and every time I go to sleep, respectfully.
Dear racist black people, I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this.
No, white woman, I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this.
Let's just agree to not hold each other's hand because I can already tell where this is going.
There is no way in hell
What? That no black person can ever be racist toward any other person?
any black person can be racist towards a white person in America.
I must be a witch because I can read people's minds at this point. It's you and some other black people, and by some, I mean some, not all. You guys like to rely on this definition of racism where basically there is some kind of magical exception. This exception exempts people, black people, from racism. Now, you know what I think about that definition? I think it's bogus. I think it doesn't exist because anyone, and I mean anyone, can be racist toward other people. And some of you clearly are extremely, extremely racist. And not just to white people.
You guys have reigned terror and dominated this country for the better part of 3 centuries.
What? No. Are white people terrorizing you? Come on. Just come on.
Your literal forefathers are our freaking oppressors, man.
My ancestors had nothing to do with your ancestors, okay? My ancestors did not oppress anyone. They didn't steal from anyone. They didn't have fucking slaves. You can literally go out there into this country called the United States of America, and you can do whatever the heck you want. You can do just as much as white people can do. You have the same opportunities. You have the same rights. I live in this beautiful, beautiful neighborhood that has many, many wealthy people. But you know what it also has? It has many, many very wealthy African-American people. I wonder how they got here. I can tell you one thing. None of them complained. They all worked, they studied, they built their careers, they built their own businesses, they're expanding their businesses. And you know what they are? They're happy. You know what they don't do? They don't nag. You know what they do? They create jobs. Other white and African American people.
You guys never had to walk around and go to a diner that said colored only.
Seriously, neither did you.
You never had to drink from the wrong water fountain and get prosecuted for it.
I feel like a broken record. Neither did you.
You never had to sit behind a damn bus.
Neither did you.
Black people can be mean to y'all. Black people can make jokes about y'all. Black people can be violent towards y'all. Black people can be a lot of things towards white people.
And there it is. So you can be all these terrible things toward white people, and not white people only. But then you can rely on that bogus definition of racism of yours and say, hey, we cannot be racist. Isn't that convenient?
One thing for sure and 2 things for damn certain, that we cannot be racist towards you.
Yes, you can, and some of you are.
We laugh at everything. Lying about the fact that they were the racists. You was the racist and them black kids whooped your ass. Bitch, it sound like you was saying some racist ass shit as a kid and some black kids whooped your ass.
Miss Black Angie, I think you need a minute of fame, so you got it. Now let's talk about it. If a black person went through what I went through, and then the white people went on there and called that person a liar and laughed and said you deserved it, now what would you call it? Racism. Let me tell you about the story, because you clearly did not listen to a single word of what I said, or you have an issue with your ears or comprehension. I was walking from school to the bus stop. I was not at the bus stop yet. Listen, they were there. They started following me. Then they followed me to the bus stop. I said several times, I did not say a word to them. When they started throwing shit at me, I did not say a word. They followed me to the bus stop, and that's when they started beating me up. I was 13 years old. I did not say a single thing to trigger them. So go ahead and say whatever you want to say, because you know what? You just want to believe this. You want to believe that no black people ever do anything terrible to white people. It's so convenient to say that black people cannot be racist, and isn't it so convenient? Whenever a black person does something that is fucking criminal, you did something to deserve that. How convenient. Open your eyes. Stop living in this denial. It's really not going to help you.
It's only hurting you. Next time, turn on your light when you're talking to another person. Perfect example of how delusional some people on this app actually are.
I saw this TikTok of this black lady who was asking other black people.
I must have missed the memo because I understood it as her just asking people, not specifically black people only.
And then there was this white lady.
Yes.
That saw it as an opportunity to try and have like an aha got you moment.
Got you what moments? Are you okay?
By saying, see, look at my experience. Black people can be racist.
I also believe that anyone can be racist.
And in this story, she described a group of black people ganging up on her when she was 13 years old and beating the ever-loving shit out of her.
That is literally the only thing that is factually correct that you have said in that entire video.
But then never said anything about filing a police report or going to the hospital.
People are really this stupid? I shared that in 1 minute. I really think that was the end?
When people asked for corroboration.
No, Miss Ma'am. People did not ask me for corroboration for something that happened nearly 30 years ago. No, people demanded. People also threatened me. Just zip it.
She decided to make an entire new video dedicated to racist people.
That was a response video because I received so many comments from people, white people, non-white people, POC, sharing their experiences. And you know why I posted a response video? Because some decided to go after them. And just for your understanding, this is not me saying all black people are racist. You're with me? This is me saying the people that did what they did to me and to all those people or said the things that they said, those people are racist. Hope you got it now. You just said something that just makes me scratch my head.
Let black people have their space.
No, because that to me sounds a little bit like, I'm going to use a different word, separation. That's not what I want. That's not what most people want. We want to be together, united, and without all this racist bullshit going on. Have a great day.
So this is all I have got from this video, and you are not talking like somebody that wants togetherness or that wants a better whatever that you are looking for. You sound really very bitter and somebody that wants separation. That is what your voice is giving. I'm like, now, first of all, I'm going to start with John Paul. You all know the John Paul, that conservative guy that he was wearing hats. He is John Paul. I saw some things on his shoulder. You know what? It looks like he's already been flogged. I don't know, but I am trying not to flog him so hard because I see all of that. I mean, it is really amazing how that man is jumping around. Like any TikTok where somebody is saying something not nice of a black person or black people, that is where you will find him. That is to tell you the level of, I don't know, self-hate he has for himself and his own people, right? Because for somebody to always looking, and also this woman tagged him on her video. That is to tell you that a bird of same feather flock together, right? So they know what they are, and they know what they are doing. Because if they, like, why would you, of all persons, to tag that man? And now he decided to come for the other black man. That is DJ Soul. I mean, come for him to, like, call him a dear boy, a boy. When you look at both of you, you definitely will know who the boy is, because John Paul looks really like the overgrown, overfed boy that probably somebody's out there feeding. Now, let me get into enough of the sarcasm or enough of the jokes. I really do not know. I understand that, I mean, having a partner that is not of the same race with you, I mean, I do not have anything against it, right? But I have seen mostly black men that are married to white women. Why do they have so much hate for their own people? Because majority of them, not all, they act the same way. Or when they have a white girlfriend, I mean, like, it seems like, oh yeah, wait, we are not on the same level. Wait, my level is bigger than you. I mean, that is the vibe that I get from them, and I really do not understand it. Now, back to the woman. I already brought her video here, and like everybody asked, How come nobody, I mean, like she said she was beaten, right? You got back home, she said, from school. And I made a video on this before. A lot of people were asking, where was she? Did that happen in Russia, or it happened in here in United States? Because in Russia, I don't know how many black people you can find there. Then if it is here, like, when did this happen? We want to know. How did it happen that you went home, you said you were really badly beaten, right? You went home and your parents did not know about it. So why I am pointing all this out is because it is, I mean, it's literally impossible for someone that looked like me to lay hand on a white girl, right? Without hearing from them. Literally impossible. So there are so many things, like, so many lapses on that story. That story, I mean, like, that's her cooked up story did not lap, right? And I know I mean, all through, she was just capping because her story wasn't really like, sounding good. And it wasn't. See, I am saying now, I am going to say this. Bullying or harassment is not allowed, right? But sincerely speaking, she is lying. She is not telling the truth. She is not telling the truth. So she went home. Somebody that said she was badly beaten. How did you manage to continue to go to school without going to the hospital and without your parents knowing about it? That alone is something to, like, be worried about. That alone is huge enough to be worried, like, like, all this happened without you not falling sick. Where is the doctor's report? If they are aware, did they even, like, no news? Trust me, news will definitely carry this. So all these are, it's we are humans, but we are not dumb. I don't know if you understand it. I mean, our brain is meant to think, critical thinking, or whatever. I am not a lawyer, but I can tell you that this story did not add up, and I am sorry about it. She's been going around running. I mean, her content recently moved towards black people because the truth is that majority of them, the best they can do is to rage bait or, look for a way to get to black people, or, get a message from black people to grow their platform. But some people are just not doing it because they want to grow their platform. Some people are talking from their heart, and when they speak, you just better be mindful and know how you move with them, because in their heart ain't so happy about. Yes. So we really have to be careful. And for John Paul, you are really doing amazingly well for yourself, because it is written all over you that you do not love yourself, right? You don't. You wanted to shame the other, what's his name, DJ. You wanted to shame him for being a migrant. Now, I love the fact that a migrant is defending black people, right? But you cannot defend your own people. So who is now the rat? Because make this make sense. That you try to shed somebody, and the same person you are shedding is way better off, because you cannot protect your own community. You can't even speak in your own community for people to listen. So what is that? Is that not a I mean, like, anybody that cannot speak in his own community might have failed. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. Check it anywhere. Any community you find yourself and you are not able to speak, why? Probably because you have done some certain things. It is you, not them. And you all already know. And I am hoping that one day their ancestors would visit, especially that John Paul, because he has really been recently. See you all in my next video. Bye for now.